Hey ladies, how are you guys? It's kind of a crazy question right now because I'm sure it's the Monday before holidays and you're thinking, oh my gosh, I've got so much to do, and your stress level is eking up a little bit. Am I right? I actually just finished an early holiday and it was like, whoa, I actually got through it pretty good. But I think a question that always creeps up around the holidays, right, is stress, overwhelm. But what I really wanted to start with is one of the biggest concerns most women ask about throughout the whole year, right? Not just at holiday time, is questions about their hormones. You know, early, mid, late into all these phases of what we call some version of menopause, right? Well, this is what is so interesting is it becomes common talk and common chatter, ladies, because we are all aging, right? Granted, we like can't like get out of that, right? Chronologically, we are all aging. But some of us kind of go through things pretty easy, and others of us go through things and our hormones are crazy and wild. And so the truth of it is what you do in your lifestyle choices really matters. So put down for me in the chat or wherever you are, or think about it in your head for a moment. Have you been asking yourself, I need help with my hormones. I'm gaining weight. Maybe it's hormones. I'm not sleeping great. Could it be hormones? I feel extra moody. Am I entering menopause? I have cravings. Is it because my hormones are changing? Like, these are all the things that many of us ask ourselves. And what I want to ask you is, you might be going, well, what are the signs of hormonal imbalance? Because most of the time, you guys, hormonal imbalance is coming from a disruption at the cellular level. Disruption more at the root cause level. So we're going to get into that in a moment. But I want to arm you without thinking there's a shiny object. And I want you to think through these holidays, how could you actually feel better and not feel more overwhelmed with potentially hormones going crazy? Is that good? Is that good or good, right? Are you ready? Okay. So first of all, when you're kind of thinking of natural signs, right, of hormone imbalance, I want you to think things like maybe you're struggling with weight. Maybe you could be asking yourself, why aren't I like sleeping? Or your just body feels differently. Or like I said, you're craving different foods. Your behavior's different. Your energy's different. And you could say, it's just normal. I'm just aging. Have you ever blamed any of your symptoms or issues or problems on aging? Well, aging is a fact, but it's not to blame. Right? It is so easy in our world today to blame others. Blame the thing. Blame your history. Blame your genetics. Blame getting older. Blame being too busy. Or you take a deep look inside and go, no, I'm in control. I made these choices. I did it. I'm going to show up. I'm going to own it. And there's no blame. That's what I want you to start thinking about, is living life like you want to live, making the choices that will lead you that life. Is that good? Right? I love it. Okay. Awesome, you guys. So those are the kind of some of the questions that people might be thinking about. And hormones, like I said, are from 40s to 50s to 60s. And I don't know where you fit. But here's the thing. I could use myself as an example and say, I didn't experience what some women tell me they experience. But then I asked that same woman, tell me how you eat. Tell me how you manage stress. Tell me how you're sleeping. Tell me how you exercise. Tell me how you move. Tell me how, right? And they're like, well, I don't have the time. I'm not motivated. I can't. It's just genetics. My whole family. Are you getting me? Have you ever said these things? Do you feel like this is you guys? Okay, so don't wait for the magic shiny object, the pill, the sprinkles, the this, the superpower. Don't wait. You are the superpower. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about, can you naturally balance your hormones, right? Now, there are going to be times that you're going to test and your body needs certain things. But before you just jump to hormones, which is what most people want to do, fix me, fix me, fix me, you got to take control. So thanks for jumping on, everybody. I'm so glad that you're here with me. And I hope you always get a little bit of like fun and learn something new. And sometimes I just like to listen to people because they're like inspiring and motivating, and they make me think and question myself or go, oh yeah, I'm not showing up like I could. So maybe that's what I'm doing for you. So thank you always for being here with me. So going back to, can you balance hormones naturally? You can do a lot. So let's start with some of the basics, meaning you gotta get your food right. You got to get your nutrition right. And what I mean right, I mean there's a couple basic things that are going to be advantageous to you to really be mindful of with food. So here's a few things. Number one, watch all those carbs. And not just carbs, but I mean the highly processed, the boxed food, the fast food, the prepared food, the quick starches. And with that, when you go to start your meals, ladies, at our age and beyond, you need to be pumping the protein. Think pump the protein, more protein, more protein. We need more protein. So you've got to be like, okay, when I shop, I've got to be prepared. So what are my protein sources that I have around? What are things that are going to behoove me to have for meals, for snacks? Now, I'm not a snacker, so I don't really eat much snacks. And honestly, most snacks are probably like your enemy, right? If you eat well and eat enough protein, you'll feel satiated. You won't even need to snack, okay? But eat a meal. That's the thing, is most of us don't eat enough. So there are many mornings I'm eating 3 eggs. You guys are like, what? Not 1, not 2, but 3. Because we need at a minimum of starting our day with 30 grams of protein. Minimum. So that will help already. And even when you're eating lunch or eating dinner and you're eating your meals, you've got to have your nice source of protein. And if you choose to not eat animal protein, that's okay. It's harder to get in the amount of protein that you need with not offsetting the balance of too many carbs. So the other part of your food is the order in which you eat your food matters. This is wild. But you can manage, you can look at your blood sugar. You can eat the same thing. Meaning, let's just say you have fish, you've got vegetables, and you've got some rice. If you eat your rice first and then you eat the rest of your meal, versus if you eat your vegetables first, it's still a carb. Eat your salad, eat your vegetables first, then blend in that rice with your protein of your fish. You look at your blood sugar 30 minutes after your meal, it will be night and day different. The same exact meal, eat it in a different order. So when you sit down at any meal, be very careful about eating chips, carbs, your rice, bread, that extra stuff, a few French fries, potatoes first. You are setting yourself up for a metabolic disaster. Not good for hormones. So as you go into the holidays, wherever you're going, when you're out and about, you need to be thinking about what's there as a vegetable I can eat and snack on first. I can eat first. Versus go to all of just the appetizers that are probably not so great. Eek, eek, eek. Or when you're sitting down for your meal and you're taking that first couple bites, is it the mashed potatoes and gravy? Or maybe you're going to eat some of your green beans, and I'm not talking about green bean casserole, but maybe you're going to eat some of your green beans or start with a salad or other vegetables first. So that's pretty easy, but around your house, when you're shopping on a day-to-day basis, you need to be having plenty of protein sources for you. You need to be having plenty of, vegetables. We all know it's like, a colorful rainbow. In a given week, you want to be having several different sources of different vegetables, so you're not always eating the same over and over again. Even me, I like my vegetables, but I do get stuck sometimes eating the same ones again and again. So mix it up. We're here in fall, moving into winter, different seasonal vegetables are coming our way. So, and pack your cupboards with healthy fats. So your olive oils, your avocados, some of your nuts and seeds. Make sure you have options. And that will really help in setting up this cascade. And ultimately, affecting your blood sugar is going to be affecting your hormones. So, food is critical in naturally balancing hormones. The other huge categories in that is we got to move our bodies. Our bodies were meant to move. Movement sets us up for success. Movement helps us with our hormones as we're aging. And lifting heavy weights. Like, you got to get in the gym, ladies. You got to be lifting. The body needs a stressor. Promise you're not going to bulk up. Promise you're not going to look like you're some huge bodybuilder. You will get fit, you will get leaner, you will feel better, and your hormones will thank you even more. So, the next is I'm going to really go into this whole thing of sleep and then stress. Two things I'm like a fiend about, okay? I often have my quick freebie that if you guys want, right? It's like my 3 easy ways you're going to regain your energy. And it's about managing your sleep, your stress, and your satiety. We honestly just talked about satiety. So we're talking about stress and sleep. Sleep is where your body heals and repairs. So I know some of you are burning the midnight oil. You still may have children. Eek, maybe you're even taking care of, aging parents. Maybe you're just very stressful in your job. Don't let life on you. You set the tone. You determine your sleep. You determine when you're going to go to bed, when you're going to wake up. You've got to get, this is a ritual. It's like your medicine. If a doctor put you on something, you would take it. You want something to help you with your hormones, then do it. It's really that simple, okay? There is no quick fix. You do it. You take control. So I'm not going to go into a deep dive in sleep. Just know our bodies heal, repair. We produce hormones during that time. Our body helps work with our circadian rhythms of the morning, of the sun, getting up, moving. But you've got to get your sleep so those processes are happening. All right, here's the biggie during holidays. And what will set your hormones off is stress. Now, we all have stress. Like, all the time. You probably had something even today that was stressful. I will tell you, I was just sharing, right, that I kind of just was rounding out the end of my Thanksgiving holiday here in the U.S., and we did it early. Well, I had family come in Wednesday, I had family come in Thursday. We actually did a big celebration Friday, had some neighbors come over. Saturday, we went down, we toured one of my children's colleges, went to a football game, more activities back at the house, all the stuff. Then came Sunday. So Sunday, everybody started leaving. 2 people left Sunday, some people left Monday, and then Monday afternoon. But Sunday, I started getting anxious and nervous. Sunday, it was like, people are still in my house is a mess. I had to take off basically work from Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. My own schedule, right? But still, I was away from work. When people were coming in, I was preparing. And now I still had people here, and still Monday. So I was even feeling more stressed and anxious. And even though they're like, oh, if you need a little time to go do some stuff, you can. I couldn't settle myself because I was just a little stressed. So I went into my sauna. I did a little exercise. I sat with my family. We just chilled. And then in the evening time, I went to a movie. it was amazing, but that angst of a little stress was coming upon me. So twofold, throughout the time, you need to be enjoying the process. Don't get overwhelmed. The food doesn't get cooked right, who cares? This comes out late, you forget something, your house is a little messy. It's okay. Nobody else will even notice. Enjoy it. Don't overstress. You need to enjoy that time. And also love yourself and give yourself the blocked off time. I knew I wasn't going to touch my work again until late Monday, if not Tuesday. So I just need to give myself, I don't know, permission. So I'm giving you my permission to let it go. Be present. Love. Because the stress that's building inside of you, or the anxiousness or the anxiety, is the worst thing that you can do, because you are just giving yourselves shots of adrenaline, especially if you haven't eaten the best, and especially if potentially you are drinking some alcohol and you're anxious. Cortisol, cortisol, cortisol. So be very careful in figuring out what you need to do. Maybe you give yourself 10 minutes of meditation, take a longer shower, get away from people. But you've got to do something to reset that stress, to rebalance that stress. Because your hormones will thank you. So you guys, it's not rocket science, but it is commitment. It is determination. It is willingness to say, I'm in control. I don't have to throw to the wind. I can help keep my hormones as in check as I can, even through the holidays. So if you're already struggling with your hormones, or you're worried about struggling with your hormones, take these next 6 weeks, 8 weeks, or wherever you are, or whenever you're listening to this, to say, can I get myself on track? Because I am in control. Will you guys do that? Can you say it with me? I am in control. Say this: I honor myself. I do the things I tell myself I'm going to do, because I'm worth it. I'm safe. I'm loved. I honor myself, and I'm worth it. And hormones, I got you. Because remember, hormones show up based on all the other things we just talked about. Now, here is for some of you superstars. So if you're still with me and you're still listening, this is for some of you superstars. If you're doing the do and you're doing all the right things, and you're managing your stress, you're managing your cellular oxidative stress, you're doing the thing with your sleep, your food, your diet, your, burnout, all the things, then it's time to check your hormones. Or even it's time to check your gut and then check your hormones. We all want to jump to hormones because that's the talk as we're getting older. But believe it or not, the healthier you stay, the healthier you are committed to you, the more your hormones will naturally help stay in balance. So cool, right? So I hope this was helpful. Helpful as we're entering the holidays, that you are in charge, you are in control, and I will leave you with stress is the number one thing that can kick your hormones out of whack. So this holiday season, be present, love yourself, enjoy, give yourself the permission to not hold your stress. So you guys, enjoy your time wherever you're traveling, wherever your family's going to, and more than anything else, honor you and say, hormones, I got you. Until next time, everyone. And let me tell you this, as we're leaving, I told you earlier that I have, I used to run it as a mini course, and now you can have it for free, but it's my 3 quick and easy ways. They're literally 5 minutes that if you want to regain your energy back again, you can have my mini course for free. It just might be your time during these holidays. So if you want to regain your energy as you're checking out where your hormones are going these days, just write down drop below energy, and I've got it coming your way. So with that, everybody, enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks always for joining, and I'll see you soon.